Hello and welcome to another episode of How to Play series. A new series we've started on our Gamezy YouTube channel where you can understand how to play different types of games that is available on Gamezy. For this episode we're going to talk about Points Rummy, Pools Rummy or Deals Rummy. There are three types of rummy variants that is available, and for today we're going to talk about Pool Rummy. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you the rules of it as well. Pool game rummy is that the winner of every game gets 0 points and the other player gets points that are added to their score. So let's get straight into it actually. So there are two types. There's 101 pool and 201 pool. 101 pool is that if you reach 101 points, that is the end of your game. So which is what I'm going to go ahead and play today. We'll do a practice game. And as usual on Pools Rummy or any types of rummy, you are starting with a toss. So which is what I'm going to start with today. A toss, which is 7, is the higher card for me, so this is where I play first. And if you can see on the information here, you can see that this is a pool rummy. 25 chips entry, 2 cards are used, 2 decks of cards are used, and 1 printed joker per card. Alright, so and go ahead and use the sort option, which is always available for you. You can see that the ace is the open joker, which we are going to use later, but at the same time I have to pick a card now, so I'm going to pick the 4-5, which means that I can finish my pure sequence right here. At the same time, I have to discard one as well, so I'm going to get rid of the jack. And your idea is what you want to do is try and merge as many cards together as possible. So if you see here, I have 8, 10, and jack, but I don't have the 9 of spades. So I can use a joker here, and I'm just going to group them together. And you see my points right now is 40 plus 9. So these are the invalid points because they're not in any sequences, so I'll not be able to use them. So he's dropped a 5, which I am gonna go ahead and leave it there and pick from the open pile, which is the 2. So I'm gonna keep that here and get rid of cards that don't really make sense. So for me, the 9 of clubs don't make sense. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop that. Then we wait, because on Gamezy you allow 20 seconds plus 20 seconds, so you have an approximate of 40 seconds per hand. I don't need the 5 clubs here, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick a new card. This is also a very useless card for me, but it is a joker, so which will fulfill another one of my sets. The idea is to use the biggest of your sets with the joker so that you have the least point deficit. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the 9 because I don't really need it at the moment. So as you see now, I have an invalid 13 point set, which I have to get rid of somehow. So he's dropped the same 9, which is not necessary for me. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up from the open, which has got another joker. So this basically completes my game, because as you can see, I have 2, 3 and a joker, which is 2, 3, 4 or the ace 2, 3. I have 4, 5, 6, the pure sequence as well. I have 8, joker, 10, jack, which is an impure sequence along with the joker, and another impure sequence, which is ace, queen, and king. So I need to dispose of one card here, which I'm going to drop it in the finish pile and click on finish, and I should declare my cards, which should say that I have won this game. And the opponent, so basically in Pools Rummy, how it works is that I get 0 points because I am the winner, and just because my opponent did not have even a pure sequence, he has a high score point of 69. So the idea of this game is to reach 101 points for your opponent, and which would make you the winner. And so we'll continue the game until that happens. So in the second round again, let's see. The 5, as you can see, is the open joker. I'm going to sort out my cards as usual. Now this is a bit tricky for me because since I don't have the proper cards at the moment, I can either wait and hunt till I get a pure sequence, or I can go ahead and drop straight away, which is what I'm leaning towards, because once I drop, I will get a 20 point penalty because I haven't played a hand yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So I concede this game and I get 20 points added to my total score, but the opponent is still on 69 from the opening game. So Pool Rummy is actually one of the most commonly played rummy in Indian households. I think you can play it at home with your friends, etc. And there we go. So this is very lucky for me because I've got the joker straight card to pick away and the 4 of diamonds, or any 4 to that matter, is another joker. So I'm going to go ahead and collect this card regardless. And I'm going to dispose of my highest card, which is the ace of diamonds, because it is not necessary for me. So as you can see, you cannot make an impure sequence without a pure sequence. As I've highlighted here, these are a complete sequence, but they will not be valid unless I get a pure sequence. So this is the idea I'm going behind, because I have a 4, 5 and an ace and 2 now as well, which is still a high card, so I'm not going to go ahead and take it. Remember, ace is a high card, and so I've got the king of spades, which is also not necessary for me. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that. And the game continues, because now we have another ace, which is not necessary again. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up another card, which is a 3. See, this is a good idea to have, because now you have 2 3 cards, 2 small cards, which total value of 5. But here you can have a total value of 20. So I'm going to go ahead, but however, I can still make a pure sequence here. But the 10 is quite useless for me, so I'm going to go ahead and drop that. Remember, you also want to drop cards that are close to their jokers to the open joker, so that they will not pick it up from the discarded pile, and gives you more of a chance, I guess. So the queen of diamonds is not important for me, so I'm going to go ahead and pick another card, which is the 7 of spades. Once again, this is another useless card for me, but I do have 2 5s here, so I'm just going to go get rid of one of them for the time being. Remember, the idea is to reach 101 points. Your opponent should reach 101 points before you to be declared the winner of this game. Once again, it's a card I do not require. And there you go. This is a boom card for me, because I have 8, 9, 10 jack now already, which is a pure sequence. And I can follow this up and use this as an impure sequence somewhere else, which is what I'm going to do here. And of course, I have another joker in my midst here, which I'm going to hold on to at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and drop the 7 of clubs, because right now it is useless for me. So as you see, now my points is only 13 plus 7, that is 20 in total, which is still a lot higher than expected. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue the game. Eight of hearts, which is very unnecessary for me. And there you go. That's a great card for me, because I've got 3 2s as well, which is another set. So I just need 1 card to complete at the moment. But I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the 8 of diamonds, because it isn't another 8 on the table, so it'll be less opportunity for him to pick it up, or the other player that I'm playing against. And now if you see, my card count is only 8. That is because 5 and 3 is 8. Joker carries no cards, no points of their own. And there is a 6 of hearts, which is very close to what I need, but it is not. So I'm going to go ahead and then just leave that out and pick another card. Big card, which is not necessary. I'm just going to go ahead and drop that straight away. And my card count will still be 8. There you go. And then there's another 2 on the table, which is a great card for me, because I can pick it up and I can make a set here, and I can make a set here as well. So if you see, what I did is I made this into a triple and I made this into an impure sequence, which basically means that I finished the game right now with 1 card to finish off. So I'm going to go ahead and finish and declare, which will give me a total score of 0 for this game, and my opponent with 25 points. So I'm just 7 points away from winning this game. If my opponent collects 7 more points, that means that I do win this game. So we're going to go ahead and play one more round for you, which starts in 3, 2, 1. And there we have it. Hopefully this is the final game. Once again, start with the sort button on your gameplay. So as you can see, I have only 1 joker at the moment, and nowhere else to hide, because I do have heavy cards here. This could become a pair. I'm just potentially missing a 6. And the King of Hearts. King of Hearts is not necessary for me, so I'm going to pick up another card, which is another 7, which I already have, and I'm going to hold on to that. and just drop it up back into the pile, discarded pile. So the ace card is the highest card that you can get. So ace card always equals to 10 points, and you're never, the only powerful way of using an ace is if you have ace 2 3, or you have king queen and ace. You cannot have a mix between the two. For example, you cannot have king ace and 2 in the same gameplay. So I'm just going to go ahead and wait for my opponent to play, and as you can see, he has only 8 seconds left, which would bring the game back to me. It would be my turn to play next. Yep, there you go. And I'm just going to pick up another card. And boom, there we go. We have our first pure sequence of the day. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep this as an impure sequence. And I'm going to get rid of my ace here. As you can see, 5 can be connected to 6 and J can be connected through 10. Which is the reason. And currently my card count is 37, 47, 52 points, which is still significantly more than my opponent. As you can see, I think that you have 20 seconds, and there you go. Another ace, which is very unnecessary for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and choose another card, which is a 3 of hearts. Could be useful, could be not, but I'm just going to hold on to it because it reduces my point count. I'm going to go ahead and drop ahead this jack of clubs. King of clubs, not important for me because I've just dropped the jack as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pick another card. 6 of spades. If you can see here, I do have a connecting card here. So I'm just missing the 5 and the 8. So I'm going to hold on to this pile and maybe get rid of one of these two because I haven't seen a card from this in a while. And they do carry 17 points in total. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the 8 because I can still make a triple with a 9. So I'm going to drop the 8 of hearts. Remember, you always need your pure sequence before playing any other game on Gamezy, on Rummy. And without a pure sequence, you cannot win a game of Rummy. There we have it. And then that's an ace of diamonds, which is very useless for me because I do have the 10, jack and queen, but I don't have the king. So this will not make a complete set for me. Go ahead and pick another card. And there we have it. We have another pure sequence. You can always pull it up back and leave it somewhere else. So, which makes it 3 pure sequences that I have. 2 sequences, 2 pure sequences, 1 impure sequence, and 4 cards to dispose of. So I'm going to go ahead and dispose my biggest cards now. And you can see like my count is only 12 plus 12, which is really good. And which would ensure that I play another game. And boom, one more that can finish this as well. So I'm going to keep this, take this, and reduce my points even further by chopping the 4 of spades. The reason I dropped the 4 of spades is because I can still hold on to the 5 because there is a 6 also available somewhere, and which would help me finish the game once I get the 6 of clubs. But yeah, I've got the 5 of hearts, which I'm not going to do anything about considering I don't need it. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick another card. This is also a very heavy card which I don't need. I'm just going to go ahead and drop it. Three of clubs, which is also a decent card. So I'm going to hold on to the 3 of clubs this time around. I'm going to get rid of the 5 of clubs. Just because I can open up a bit more. And once I have, even if I have queen or a king here for any retrospect, I can use this as a joker somewhere else. I'm just going to hold on to that. And there we go. One more 3, which is not needed for me. Because you can't make 2 triples using 2 of the same. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick another card. King, which is not necessary once again. Remember, you want to get rid of all your high cards so that you don't lose out on other values. The 10 of clubs, not needed for me. Again, I'm going to drop it off. And there we have it. I think my opponent is one before me, so I can do declare cards that are closer, but I don't have anything else to do. I've set them all up properly, so I'm just gonna go ahead and declare and get a plus point of 6. But there you go, guys. I'm just gonna stop the video here, and this is how you play Pools Rummy. If you like what we do, subscribe, hit that YouTube button, hit that subscribe button. Let us know your comments below on if you enjoy this series. We can make more of this, and have a great day. Wishing you all the best.